All right, let's get into this. This is Jeremy with Crush It Sales Automation. Quick question to all of you out there. I've run a sales organization for a long time. How long would it take you if we could research, download, and validate 1,000 ideal customer profile contacts to completely change your sales pipeline? That's approximately 15 to 20,000 per month guaranteed that we would provide to you. Those are huge, powerful numbers. I've made millions of sales calls myself with a small team and have finally come to the point where we've developed this system in the brutal freight and logistics market that we just needed to sell at scale and couldn't really sell one-to-one anymore. It wasn't really moving the needle. So I've come up with this system, and I think it's massively powerful, and now we're using it to grow all our companies at scale with less stress on our team. So I kind of wanted to go through like what that looks like and what the core benefits of building a list at scale quickly the way that we can do now can benefit a sales team, especially companies that are selling maybe software or products or services that can be sold nationwide. So number one, we're researching and validating 1,000 contacts a day, given your ideal customer profile, loading them into your CRM and an email funnel, whether that's cold or warm. We use Campaign Monitor and MailChimp generally. And at that rate, maybe not all 1,000 are going to get, because we run a pretty thorough validating process, we're not going to get exactly 1,000 perfect contacts every day, but let's say 15 to 20,000 ideal customer profile contacts in your CRM and email funnel, warming up per month guaranteed. That's massive. The number two benefit, in my opinion, is you own the list. You're not paying for ads. You're not having to pay all your sales reps to prospect for you. We can build out a total addressable market list in 3, 6, 12 months, depending on what kind of scale and where you're looking to grow. That's massive. Number four, we load them into your CRM, cold or warm email sequence for warm-up, nurturing, and education to generate warm meetings, basically, so that you're not hard pitching people right off the bat. You're teaching them your best tips and tricks, best systems, best ways to kind of do it themselves maybe, or just the benefits and services of your product and why it pertains to them and why they might be interested in that, so that you're slowly warming them up, you're educating them, you're teaching them cool stuff, you're challenging them to think differently, and it's warming them up to your brand and your service and your product to where they start raising their hand and they want a meeting with you guys, which is amazing. Number four, you can take this massive list, even in the first quarter, let's say you had 30 or 45,000 contacts, you could load it into Google and run remarketing ads. So you're no longer paying $5 to $20 a click for forward-facing ads. You're now remarketing this massive list at 25 to 50 cents a click, which is massive. A massive cost savings. They're already kind of warm because they're running through your email sequence. And we generally send out 2 to 4 emails a week, or 2 to 4 emails a month. Sorry, that would be a lot. So that's massive as well. And number five, you're building your inbound pipeline while you're simultaneously, or this is how we do it, while simultaneously building your web SEO too, because we're using topics that we're sending out to the list generally are based around keyword intent-based SEO keywords that have enough search but are not so hyper competitive that we can rank for them, and creating SEO optimized blog articles and then distributing the topics, whether it's a video or like this or a web-based article, to that fast-growing total addressable market list. We also do what's called social listening, where we're kind of scraping or listening to high websites in your industry or niche, or blogs or forums that are the best in your industry for the most engaging top of mind topics, and then creating articles around that, and then backfilling with how your product or service might mitigate or eliminate those problems, or better help your ideal customer have a better outcome, which is huge. We saw our open rates go from 20 to 40% on cold email, non-opt-in email, using this strategy, which is massive. Number 6, in 6 to 12 months, your total addressable market list is compounding and building while you sleep, sending out 2 to 4 emails a month with killer topics, teaching people interesting stuff about your product, service, market, niche, whatever it is, and it really builds this compounding marketing flywheel that just kicks off perpetual warm leads at scale. And number 7, another great benefit is that it allows your sales reps to focus on warm meetings and closing deals, and not just prospecting, which is a pretty low volume game. I've made a lot of cold calls in my life, so if any of this is interesting to you, I don't know why it wouldn't be, depending on your product or service. We can provide you 15 to 20,000 ideal customer profile contacts per month, researched, validated via email, and loaded into your CRM and email sequence, and then run it all for you for a fraction of the cost of hiring your own team. So if you want to talk through any of this and kind of understand it better and kind of how we put it together, this is something I've taught myself over the last 20 years, just out of necessity, honestly, and this is how our companies grow, basically on autopilot now. And in 6 to 12 months, if we do this right, you become unstoppable. Bar none. End of story. So I think this is massive and interesting, and we can do it for a fairly affordable price, probably less than a mid-level marketing employee would be full-time, given my knowledge and skill set and my team, and we know how to run these programs. So give me a call. I'd be happy to have a meeting with you, 619-885-8188, or Jeremy at crushitsalesautomation.com. Hope you're having a kick-ass week, and let's talk soon.